Greetings to you all, and welcome back to Let's Play Red Alert, here on Allied Mission Soviet. Very odd that they would make you do this. Maybe we'll capture a base as the Soviets later and play a Soviet Allied mission. Not sure. Right, on with our grand scheme. We'll touch down on the speed. I have an all truck, don't I? Yes, I do. Please harvest. There's a good man. Nice to see that the Soviet forces are so compliant just because I happen to own the buildings. No rogues in the midst. Simple case of, hey you, we've taken over the building. Want to betray your country? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
New construction options. Building.
New construction options, start mine layer! V2?
Construction complete.
No, V2 rocket came from the radar dome. Where you built that? Don't confuse me, game.
Building.
I'm building this to see if we have the other plane. There you go, spoiled it. There's something better than a yak out there. I doubt we do, but I'm curious.
Construction complete.
So let's take a look. New construction options. Just a yak.
Building.
We'll have one yak and we'll pick off barrels around the map. Not gonna get... Why did I capture this sub-pen? I'm gonna guess a sub can't fit through that. Come out here and attack down the river. It'd be awesome, but it's not gonna happen, is it? Let's be honest.
Yes,
More to the point, why did they bother building a transport?
Yes, sir.
Like a match to see who can be more stupid.
Yes, sir.
I can't just click, can I? No. I can't. I have to drag my screen. Ah, screw this. I've hotkeyed it.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Advanced strategies at work.
Unit ready.
But amateur flying skills, it would seem. Now, I'm no expert, but generally speaking, you should probably line yourself up with the target.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me take manual control here. Alright, change your plan. Kill this man. Ah, see? That was successful. Why are they bringing an army of men over there?
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, well, whatever makes them happy.
Building.
Now, the big downfall to the Soviet forces, which I'm now controlling, is that they don't have very good anti-infantry. You'll notice on the previous levels I was just spamming rifle infantry because that's the best thing I had. They got dogs. Dogs don't do well in fights of larger numbers. They have all kinds of problems.
Unit ready. Building.
Later on you'll get flamethrower units, which are better. Grenadiers aren't bad, but if one grenadier dies, he tends to blow up and take the whole squad with him. So, you know, it's not all great for the Soviets. The Allies do have the Ranger, which has its uses.
Yes, sir.
Serious damage.
Unit lost.
Well, it's a fight we're going to win. Now, because I'm scared by the large numbers of infantry that I've seen, I did build a couple of flame towers all over the base, just to keep me safe. I'm going to sell this sub-pen, it's obviously useless to me.
Construction complete. Our base is under
Get half the money back for it, which probably means I profited. Compared to the price of an engineer, these guys making their actual attack now. One good flame. Another good flame. No. A few more mediocre flames. You sneaky man. You stood.
Awaiting order. Acknowledge.
Chase him down, Yak.
building.
End his pitiful life. Good work! You couldn't see what you were firing at, but you heard his screams.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Why do I get the feeling it's something I haven't built? No, we built everything. I have another power just in case. We are running dangerously low to the tip.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
That's more of the same for us then. It's going to be a Soviet
Affirmative.
force of heavy tanks backed up with V2s. Not going to bother with a mine layer. Not a big fan, you know this. Need the V2s to take out these so that we can push downwards. That's a Tesla coil. Successful hit on the barrels this time.
Ready.
Well played. Tesla coils scare me, but are outrangeable.
Building.
So we shouldn't have too many problems there.
Reporting.
Not
Affirmative.
sure what their obsession is with parking units over here. I guess this is where they have chosen to form their attacks from. It's not a particularly good position, so they're welcome to
Unit
it.
ready.
Not sure why unit ready is slowing the game down.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Again, that bizarre noise.
Yes, sir.
Someone will tell me what that noise means, but I don't actually know. Maybe we're driving over mines? I don't think that's the mine.
Unit
The mine
ready.
driven over noise. Ah, who knows? It's not important.
Building.
Reporting. One.
I bought one more grenadier just to feel secure. Okay, the V2 rocket force is nearly good to go. I've got to deal with this little attack squad. Something moving, but it turned out to be a dog.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
And then we're going to push forward. So, game's going down to a normal sort of combat speed.
Yes, sir.
We will just deal with this momentarily. We'll lose all of the infantry, but we never needed infantry, let's be honest. What are they going to do?
Affirmative.
Run, V2, run!
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Does sound like a person's name, V2. Rather fitting.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Time to attack. Whilst we attack, we'll build up more forces back at home. If the attack fails, we'll have a second force ready to go. If the attack looks like it's winning, we'll send them to go and join up.
Unit ready.
We'll bring the yak in,
Yes, sir.
just for some damage.
Affirmative.
This grenadier and possibly this dog. Gonna meet their end. Nope, the dog's wise to the plan. He's well out of it. And this guy can take being shot from an aircraft.
Reporting. Affirmative.
So abject failure all round then.
Acknowledged.
Kudos to us. Seems the plane got 2 on its return trip though, so perhaps some credit to this yak pilot. One more rocket. Come on. Be a hero.
Waiting orders.
What? What's the... You attacked this one the first time. I saw
Yes,
you
sir.
do it. I haven't given you any more orders. Why did you just decide of your own accord? Actually, let's go for the other one.
Unit ready.
Come on. Shoot your rockets.
Building.
Oh, one more to get through that, and I can't be bothered to wait.
Yes,
So let's
sir.
go.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
We're a mainly tank-based force. We can kill it in a couple of shots. Apparently tanks can outrange it. I wasn't aware of that.
Affirmative.
Possibly they're in low power. If they were in low power, I should have left those things alive, because I might have just put them back into okay power.
Affirmative.
Means that Tesla Core is going to kill me.
Unit lost.
Somehow I was unaware of this spoil that I pointed out earlier.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Backwards, people,
Affirmative.
backwards. That's not backwards, that's forwards.
Yes, sir.
Unit
But
lost.
you deserve death.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
This ranger is brave.
Waiting orders.
Say what you like about the rangers.
Yes, sir.
They're brave.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
And
Waiting
stupid.
orders. At one. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, this V2 rocket wants to fight.
Acknowledged.
We'll fight. We'll miss every shot, but we'll fight. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right.
Affirmative.
Interesting approach they've got here.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
He's after the Ultra. Well, that's a fair strategy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Now, place your bets. This is either going to destroy a Tesla coil by itself, or get destroyed by a Tesla coil itself. V2 rocket wins in the range war. Thus proving the only real counter to Soviet forces are Soviet forces, because the artillery cannot outrange a Tesla coil. I believe.
Building.
If you add that little I believe on the end, then you can get away with saying anything, doesn't matter how wrong it is.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
But in all honesty, that is what I believe.
Affirmative.
Let's take a quick shot on some of these infantry. Soviet forces probably have the weaker anti-air as well,
Acknowledged.
at least for the moment. No anti-air infantry. We saw before that it took 3 bazooka men. That's all it took to destroy a yak attack plane before it could even fire.
Unit ready.
They're useless.
Waiting
And then the Allies, of course, get access to the flat cannons, and the Soviets get the SAM sites. But SAM sites are very expensive, they're immobile, and they're just all-round worse than having, I don't know, 5 bazooka men in your army who could just kill the planes. Every job done.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
So what am I supposed to do against these
Yes, sir.
planes that are attacking me now?
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
I've got a Soviet army that doesn't really have any anti-air to speak of.
Affirmative.
All I have to do is push forward and hope they don't kill me in time,
Reporting.
and then destroy the
Acknowledged.
airstrips. Airfields.
Unit lost.
Airfields.
Affirmative.
Have a little celebration at the successfully remembered name there.
Building.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm pretty much all in with this attack then.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Should work out for me.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
No,
Acknowledged.
no, there.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Vehicle
Now, someone has sent me a very kind message pointing out that yaks always tend to, it's either undershoot or overshoot their targets. So if you want them to actually damage something successfully, you need to target the floor before the building, rather than the building.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for that comment, and yes, it's certainly true. Yak attack planes still
Yes, sir.
ain't doing too great, in my opinion, but it's an improvement, so thank you for that.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Always appreciate those little comments, people who,
Reporting. Yes,
little tips and tricks and tidbits about the game.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Always interested to hear. Come to examine our flaming oil rigs. Nope, they're still going.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Who would have thought an oil derrick on fire would be of some concern, but apparently not.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir. Affirmative.
We have sufficient tanks back at home to deal with that little attack force they've got. Maybe we should let the planes land, so then we can actually destroy the pilots as well. Nope, nope, okay. He's off, he isn't hanging about. Lovely.
Unit ready.
Now in this mission we don't have the choice of starving out our opponent because their war source is within their own base, which some would call advantageous.
Acknowledged.
For them, not for me.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Heaven forbid I should have a level that's advantageous for me.
Affirmative.
Toughest thing we faced so far, one infantryman.
Affirmative.
Destroy the airstrip before they can build another yak. Don't like having to deal with them, unless I have to.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes,
Whatever
sir.
happens now, you gotta admit, it's good damage. Interesting strategy. Now, I noticed this earlier, that the enemy
Affirmative.
is running broke.
Affirmative.
The reason I noticed that was because they were selling buildings. If the computer has a lot of money,
Unit lost.
then when its building gets damaged, it will choose to repair the building. If the computer doesn't have much money left, it will always choose to sell the building. You notice it's not bothering to repair these silos as I damage them? And it sold its kennel earlier, which made me think that perhaps they don't have much money, and I wondered why that was the case, and I wondered why there was so much ore left. And I thought, no, we're just doing well. Maybe I'm good at the game, I don't know. But no, this is the problem. They have 4 ore trucks, all trying to get into the same refinery. This one's saying, please, someone use me. Please, someone, anyone. And they go, no, 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 this is the best one. And everyone's trying to force their way into it.
Acknowledged.
The problem is
Acknowledged.
that this guy has already unloaded and is trying to get out,
Affirmative.
whereas this guy is trying to get in. This guy is trying to get here to take the I'm next in the queue spot. Whereas he wants to go down, wants to get out. Which means these three have blocked each other, so this guy's going to dance around them in comical fashion. The upshot of it all is, they don't have any money. So we've kind of got through this level on a buy.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
I think we should congratulate ourselves.
Affirmative.
Technicians, when they spawn, they like the game.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Not true, but the game did like them. They suddenly gained some funds. They didn't sell their construction yards, so I don't know where they gained them from.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Occasional tank appearing out of nowhere. The other huge clue that they were running out of money was that they weren't rebuilding their buildings as I destroyed them. I don't mean the ones up here, because I don't think they would ever bother to rebuild those, but certainly when I was attacking the flame towers you would expect to get rebuilt. And everything here would certainly get rebuilt. The kennels, and if there was a flame tower over there, all of that stuff would certainly get rebuilt, and they didn't bother. So, there you go, they have been running broke. Enough explanation. Time for extermination.
Acknowledged.
Quiet, you!
Affirmative.
We never steer my fun massacring times. I get the feeling we're going to have to destroy the technology prison. Kill our spy, who's still inside for all we know. Okay, kill this man. He's clearly the greater threat.
Acknowledged.
Ignore the technician. It would just take hours to kill him.
Affirmative.
Successful missions all round.
Affirmative.
Silence.
Yes, you're a dog. You're no threat. Away with you, Mr. Flame Tower.
Acknowledged.
You as well, Kennel.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
And then if you lot could all go and destroy that. I'm going to save just in case I get a failed game for destroying it, because it...
Mission saved.
You never know how the triggers work in this game. The game might just have a set trigger that says if you destroy it, you lose, because it thinks Tanya's inside, even though she's been saved. I don't know, it's an old game. Cut it some slack.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Last we have just a couple of men, dogs.
Vehicle reporting.
Silence
Yes, sir.
needed.
Affirmative.
We don't need silos. This level's over. This man needs some more game awareness, that's what he needs.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Silence
Vehicle
needed.
report. Affirmative.
Would have thought they would have pulled this tank back to do some defence with it when they noticed their base was being destroyed, but apparently not. Oh, they had a fifth ore truck.
Affirmative.
Mission accomplished.
Makes sense to me.
So very pretty, but oh so stubborn.
Well, we know what happened to our spy then. Valiant man. Sacrificed his life for Tanya. Who now probably can't actually get out of that chair still. But somehow she did, because she managed to blow up the SAM sites. So well played to her. A superb score for us as we completely destroyed our opponent who had no income whatsoever. And are we going to watch the next video? No, because we ran out of time, didn't we? Yes, we did. So that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you'll join me next time. And I shall contradict myself and let the next video play. Yes. I'm thinking of the best strategy, and I think watching the next video is where it's at. Above. That country's Greece.
Excellent work, Commander. The information Tanya recovered has proved invaluable. Would you not agree, Stavros?
Yes. Our analysis is almost No, sit. I'm late. I apologize. My watch is not working.
Professor Einstein, this is an honor. General Nikos Stavros.
Yes.
Professor, let me introduce the commander who rescued you. Commander, this is Professor Albert Einstein.
Yes. Very exciting.
These are reconnaissance photos taken near the Aegean Sea. Professor, perhaps you can help us identify the specifics?
From what I've had a chance to read, this is Stalin's main research laboratory. They are working on a new kind of defensive system. Oh, yeah, this is it. The Iron Curtain. It's based on the theory of resonating molecules at certain
Well, yes,
frequencies.
Professor, but what does the Iron Curtain do?
Do? Well, by the theorem, it appears to make things invulnerable. Any vehicle or structure covered with this effect, by theory, will be impervious to harm. It's incredible. I know Tesla was experimenting with this kind
Thank
of...
you, Professor. That is all we need to know. Soviet research on this device cannot be allowed to continue. What else do we know about this research facility, Stavros? Nikos, put your personal losses aside for a moment, will you?
Yes, of course. Besides R&D functions, this base also serves as a waypoint for Soviet submarine actions, so it is heavily populated. As far as we can tell, the only prototype they have of this Iron Curtain is located here. We do not know if it is operational yet.
Commander, your task is simple. Get into that base, infiltrate their laboratories, and destroy all information and prototypes of this Iron Curtain.
I feel sorry for Einstein. Poor guy. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you'll join me next time. We are going to do this mission. Yes. Yes, we finally leveled out the missions on 6 apiece. So next time we're going to carry on with Allies number 6. Hopefully you'll join me for that. And I shall see you then. Dramatic cue of music.
Mission saved.
I'll see you then.